Hey everyone, Rick here from Brick Builders MD, and welcome to Residential Row. So, I wanted to do things a little different this time around. For those of you that have followed us, or followed my designs in past bricklink designer programs, then you know, I would usually release a trailer for the set, with music set to a slideshow. But this time, I decided I'm going to actually give you guys a guided tour through Residential Row, and give everyone more detail into the interiors, the stories of the houses, and the minifigs who live in them, and just the overall concept, and the vision behind the design. So to start, as you can see, these are row homes, which are based on the houses all around me, where I have lived my whole life, in the US in the city of Philadelphia. They are not based on any specific house one-to-one, but just in general, all the design elements are a result of me living in, and around, and working in, and just constantly seeing, and being inside, all different row homes, my entire life, and taking it all in, like a sponge. They are all a merger of one influence from here, another from there, and each will be a new, unique addition to the lineup. And also, as someone with a growing Lego city, this is the result of me myself wishing that Lego would have made something like this along the years, to no avail. I wanted to see my own style of residential life be emulated in Lego, so I finally just decided to design it myself, and that's when the light bulb went off, and the idea for the entire Residential Row line came to me. And I also know the entire urban, northeast section of the country, all have the same type of houses in their cities too. Baltimore, DC, Boston, New York, New Jersey, and more. And I'm sure there's millions of Lego fans in those cities also, who feel the same way. So I set out on this mission, to create a 12-house line, of realistic row houses, that would be 4 series, of 3 houses in each series. Hence this is Series 1, and is the first 3 houses, on the odd address side of the street. It's house numbers 1, 3, and 5, then Series 2, will be 7, 9, and 11, and then Series 3, and 4, will be across the street, and be the even address side. So once all 12 are collected, the idea is, you would be able to put this whole line, in a Lego city, as its own self-contained, residential neighborhood, with 6 houses on each side, facing each other, with 2 road plates up the middle. I also wanted them to be in a realistic scale to the bigger Lego commercial modular buildings too, like with the stores, restaurants, and cafes in them, and whatnot. I wanted them to be smaller, like the Creator 3-in-1 sets, like the Noodle Shop, but also be fully closed-in houses, with realistic interiors, that come apart like smaller modulars, and would have fun personalities also, cause that was one of the main points of the line. And my inspiration is how most of the row homes around me are all independently owned, from one house to the next, and they all have different styles and architecture, depending on the owners. So, now that the stage is set, let's get into the tour through Series 1, of Residential Row. Starting here at 1 Residential Row, we have a lot owned by a hotshot, up-and-coming businessman, named Sam, who has torn down the original foundation, and built a completely modern style, new solar house, with all new high-tech amenities, and solar power, and he also drives an electric car, and has his own charger installed in the driveway, which just having a driveway is a unique feature to this design, and opens nicely to the side too, being that it is the end house of the street. The house also has a quaint little yard area in the back, with a new electric grill, and a fire pit, where Sam loves to have friends and neighbors over for barbecues on the weekends. The living room and kitchen areas are done in hardwood floors, and while square brickage was sacrificed to fit the driveway, it is a very nice, modern, minimalist design, and suits the single owner Sam's needs perfectly. As we head upstairs, things open up a bit more, as the second floor's design goes out over the driveway. Up here we have an electric fireplace, with a big flat screen TV over it, and the actual area where Sam sleeps, with a bed, a lava lamp on the table, and some other expensive knickknacks here and there. In the corner there by the window, is the access and railing, coming up from first floor steps, but it is faked, with a black tile. But it is only in this house. The rest have a real opening built in, but specifically with the design of this house, and all the weight of the heft hanging over the driveway, I had to make the compromise on this one, so the second floor base could be one solid piece. So it was an on-purpose decision, for structural design reasons, sorry, but the rest all have a real opening after this. Then the bathroom is also on this level, where we have a stand-up shower, toilet, and sink. So the basics, which with most of these houses, and the footprint we're dealing with here, that's just going to be the case, but who knows? I may throw a tub in one of the future series, we'll see. Then as you come back out of the bathroom, there's a little lounge chair directly across, next to the fireplace controls, and then as you turn, there is the sliding glass door, that leads to the little second-story front balcony, with a great view of the whole street. Then on the roof, we have the solar panels to the house's power, and the AC unit, which in the city, with houses like this, it's common to see them installed on a roof. Then we have Sam's electric car, which I basically tried to design as close to a red Tesla as I could, within the restrictions of the BDP Series 7 palette, but I think it turned out pretty unique because of those restrictions, and I'm happy with it. There is a stud at the back of the car, for the charger string stud to plug on, for the fully functional play feature, of charging the car also, and that is basically one residential row, and Sam. Now as we move one house down to the right, we come to 3 residential row, a 2-bedroom, open porch house, which is owned by the minifig versions of myself, Rick, and my daughter, Mia, and is basically like a vision board build for me, a goal I want to make reality, a dream house I guess kind of, but realistic goal, and being that it is our house, it is a Lego family house, and has a few awesome micro builds, we will see along the way here, built in universe, by our minifig selves. So we'll start out front here, where we have a nice little front yard, with a couple of lawn chairs, next to the walkway, which leads up to the nice open-style porch. As we come in the front door, you have the staircase directly in front of you, then behind that is the kitchen, as you come into a big open room floor plan, where the kitchen has an island, right at the divide line. Then in the living room, we have a hi-fi stereo, with a turntable, and a speaker system. There is a nice black couch, and a big stone fireplace, with a big screen TV above. You will start to see that's kind of a trademark of mine, somewhere in each house. I just love fireplaces, and for the smaller rooms, it's just space effective to put the TV on the wall, and I mean, where else are you gonna put it? Then you can also head out the back door, to the little corral yard, where there is an area for the garbage, and recycling. Then as we come upstairs to the second floor, we're gonna pass the first of the micro-build Easter eggs, which is a micro-mock of a Lego art piece, of the bricklink studio symbol, hanging on the wall, at the top of the steps, under the hallway light. From here we have 3 doors in the hallway to choose from, the bathroom, Rick's room, or my room, and Maya's room. We'll start with the bathroom, where we have a similar design to the last house, but with a little more natural light, from the glass block window in the shower. Also just a little side note, all the bathrooms should have mirrors in them. In my personal designs they do, but the mirror parts weren't available for the contest, which is why I substituted solid gray or white parts. Then the next room over, at the end of the hallway, is Maya's room. Here as soon as we walk in, on top of her dresser, we see the second micro-build Easter egg, which is a micro-build of the great modular Lego set, Assembly Square, which was the first modular building I ever gave Mia, and started our city, Brickadelphia. Then she has a loft bed, with a desk underneath, where she does her homework, and there's a TV mounted on the wall, across from her bed, by the door to room. Then we come to the master bedroom, my room, where there is a nice bed, with a smaller TV mounted in the corner, and what do we have here, hanging above the bed? Why it's the third, and final, micro-build Easter egg, and my personal favorite, hence why it's in my bedroom, but this is none other than a detailed micro-build of the Batman, the animated series, Gotham City Skyline, Lego set, and is my favorite micro-build I've ever done, and I do a lot for fun. But I really tried to make it a believable scale, that our minifig selves really could have built it, and put it on the wall, while also trying to match all the defining, standout details, and I think I really nailed it. Then over on opposite side of room, we have the bureau, with deodorant and stuff on top, and the desk, with computer in the corner, where Rick spends hours, and hours, working on his Lego designs, in Bricklink Studio LOL. Then on the roof we just have the AC system. As we come to the third, and final house of Series 1, 5 residential row, which is being rented by our 2 young musician friends, Tom the singer-producer, and Joey the drummer, who are splitting the rent. This is a really unique design. as this was a house that was originally 2 stories, and the owners added a 3rd floor extension on, and a sun deck, and also this house has a finished basement, or den too, which serves as Tom's bedroom, and their recording studio. For their alternative duo, 21 Builders, the unique design becomes apparent as soon as you approach the house from sidewalk, as you have to walk up a flight of steps to the front door. As we enter the house through the front door, we have the staircase to the 3rd floor, directly ahead, and the stairs to the basement, or den, to the right, by the beautiful front bay window. Then we walk into the living room, where there is a nice matching couch and recliner set, a modern glass table, and again, my trademark fireplace and TV combo, complemented by matching floor lamps on each side of it, and all over sand blue carpeting. On the way to the kitchen, we pass the door to the little corner deck, off of the living room. Then as we come to the kitchen area, we transition to hardwood floors, and we have a rather big, full kitchen, with a dinette area, that seats 2 new counters, and a hood range, and was a part of the new extension, added on with the 3rd floor addition. But before we head up there, let's head downstairs, to Tom's room, and the recording studio, where the first thing you'll notice, is Joey's killer drum set, which even integrates a small digital drum machine, as an addition to the drum kit. Across from there, we have Tom's desk, where the drums, mics, and any other instruments, all run through Tom's 500 series mixing rack, which records into his computer, to Pro Tools at the desk. Then behind that is his bedroom area, with a bed, an end table with a lamp, and a small TV mounted to the wall. There is also soundproofing, or acoustic treatment, on the back wall of studio, by the drums, and when they need a break from a long night of recording, they can always head to the small yard area, through the back sliding doors, which is also where the AC unit is located for this house. Now let's head back upstairs, and head up the main staircase, to the 3rd floor, which, just a little side note, this staircase was a new design I tried. I wanted to come up with something new, and I think this method with the brackets, and the L-tiles, worked out great. As we get to the 3rd floor, we come up to a blue glass railing, a picture mirror at the top of the steps, and a bedroom with hardwood floors, and a big glass sliding door, out to the deck, bringing natural light in. Joey's bedroom itself is pretty simple, as he spends most of his time in the studio, and mostly just sleeps here. There's just a bed, and a TV on the wall, with a couple of windows. Then on the other side, is the most detailed bathroom of the 3. In this bathroom, we actually have an enclosed shower, with its own saloon-style door, a window in the shower to outside, and a glass wall, built in as a divider to sink and vanity area. And there's a heat lamp, overhead light, in the shower too, as well as a bigger model toilet, with a back tank. Then you can head out the sliding door to the sun deck, where there is a sectional, outdoor lounge couch, a plant, and an electric grill. They got the same model grill as Sam down the street, because they loved Sam so much, every time they went to his house for a barbecue, that they bought the same model, just in the black color style. As Tommy and Joey love the deck, and spend a lot of time out there. And there you have it. That is where Series 1 ends, and then Series 2 will be the next 3 houses, and will connect to the side of 5 residential row, and then end with a corner on the opposite side of the block. I'm designing it now, and I'm considering even putting a corner store on the ground level of the last house. We'll see. So again, they fully separate to 3 separate houses, and all the floors come apart also, for access, and I tried to pack as much fun into each little house as possible, for the finished product, for in a city, and for the build experience too, as that is always important to us, as we are LEGO fans ourselves. So please, if you enjoyed this, and would like to see Residential Row become a real LEGO set, then please, go to bricklink.com, and vote, and if you can, leave a comment on the entry too, it helps. The link to the entry will be in the description, and thank you so much in advance, for everyone who does support the design. It means the world to me, and getting picked, would be life-changing for me, and I can't thank you enough. Have a great day everyone, and if you'd like to see more of our Brick Builders MD content, please like and subscribe, and you can also follow us on Instagram. Till next time, keep building.